Singapore Botanical Gardens, Vertical Bar, Singapore. More than 160 years old, Tropical Singapore Botanical Gardens has it all: a section of the city's primary rainforest, an orchid garden, a ginger garden, and an exhibition on ethnobotany, looking at how plants are rooted in traditional culture and medicine, plus some wise old trees. It even has a pair of swans from Amsterdam, a national flower called Vanda Miss Joaquin, and its own mist garden. Don't miss the National Orchid Garden with more than 1,000 species. Brooklyn Botanic Garden Vertical Bar Brooklyn, New York. Those searching for a little peace and quiet from the hustle and bustle of New York City would do well to spend a few hours at this verdant oasis. Brooklyn Botanic Garden features thousands of types of flora, laid out over 52 acres. Each spring, crowds descend on the space for the Sakura Matsuri festival, during which more than 70 trees bloom along the cherry esplanade. But equally impressive are serene spots like the Japanese Hill and Pond Garden. Botanical Garden Vertical Bar Cape Town, South Africa. Kissing the east side of Table Mountain, Kirstenbosch is one of the world's most biodiverse gardens and a leader in conservation science. The sprawling site contains incredible forms of flora and near endangered plants that have been cultivated since the early 1900s. Explore at ground level or up above along the boomslang, a treetop walkway with views for days. Don't leave. Montreal Botanical Garden Vertical Bar Montreal, Canada, based in the city's spacious Maisonneuve Park, forming a large part of the Space for Life Museum district. The garden contains 10 greenhouses and 30 thematic gardens and is a hub for plant lovers and experts to come together and get green fingered. It's also been home to giant, trippy plant sculptures shaped like animals as part of the Mosaiculture exhibition of the Montreal Festival. Eat your heart out. Jardin Majorel Vertical Bar Marrakech, Morocco, being positioned down an unassuming street in the north of the city makes this garden's iconic hues of blue, yellow and turquoise all the more vibrant. This was originally the personal garden of French painter Jacques Majorel, who purchased it in the 1920s and made designing the garden his life's work. 60 years later, fashion designer Yves Saint Laurent and his partner took it on. The decor meshes French cubism with traditional Moroccan architecture. Just under the giant Jesus at the foot of the Corcovado mountain, you'll find this UNESCO heritage site. The Jardin Botanico offers a fully immersive rainforest experience in the heart of the city with monkeys, palm trees, and over 140 species of exotic birds. While there are conservatories and curated areas, only 40% of the plants here are cultivated, with the rest of the space populated by natural vegetation and organic forest from the mountain. easy to call the Adelaide Botanic Garden an oasis in the middle of the city, but that is really what it is, an oasis that spans over 123 beautifully landscaped acres. The jewel at the center is the Palm House, an exquisitely restored Victorian glass house that was imported from Bremen, Germany in 1875. Step inside and you'll be greeted by a collection of Madagascan plants, many of which are endangered in their native habitat. Don't forget to also ogle the UFO-looking 1989 built conservative. Nowhere does botanical better than KW Gardens, which boasts the largest and most diverse botanical collections in the world. Opened in 1759, the London Garden, once the playground of royalty, spans 130 hectares of luscious landscape, providing the ideal peaceful retreat from the fast pace of the capital city. Explore the garden's great broad walk borders, Temperate House, and KW Palace, the smallest of all the British royal palaces. Then, head up to the treetop walkway and take an expansive vibe. Not only does the 140-acre desert botanical garden have a spectacular vista and the world's biggest outdoor desert plant collection, but it's also the sunny home of an extraordinary amount of living creatures. You have just got to know how to spot them. Hint, you have to go when the sun goes down. Sign up for a self-paced group tour where attendees are armed with flashlights to see and hear what dwells in the desert after dark. While this understated garden has more than 4,500 flowers and 139 species of birds, the most impressive part is the orchideorama. It's a hexagonal steel arch that looks like a giant beehive and collects water that is redistributed to the orchid gardens below. Be sure to visit the butterfly house too, or the cute cafe in the middle of the gardens, made from an old railway carriage. The annual Feria de las Flores Flower Festival in Medellin in August, where the botanical gardens,